Let's talk about an issue happening along, unfolding along our southern border. Nexstar's website, borderreport.com, has been reporting on the approximately 700 asylum seekers at the Matamoros tent encampment. Their asylum claims are stalled because of what is called the Remain in Mexico policy implemented under the Trump administration. Senator Cornyn, do you support the policy to remain in Mexico until asylum cases are heard? You have 60 seconds.
Gromer, the COVID-19 has thrown everything on its ear, and I know that Mexico is struggling as we are struggling, but perhaps it's even worse there with dealing with COVID-19. I believe that the keeping people out of the country during this crisis is a public health measure that we should support. But it's important to know that, other things come across the border other than asylum seekers: drugs, human trafficking, even Chinese fentanyl. And MJ has demonstrated her lack of regard for the job that we've asked the Border Patrol to do there. It's a tough job. But when you basically call them the equivalent of a human rights abuser of the Muslim minority in China, to me that's just a sign of disrespect for the job, for people for whom we should offer respect, because they're doing a tough job that we've asked them to do.
So just to be clear, do you support the Remain in Mexico policy?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Hegar, do you support the Remain in Mexico policy? You have 60 seconds.
Let me help you out, because you were looking for examples of racism. It's racist to keep referring to the Chinese over and over again and stoking anti-Chinese sentiment among many Chinese Americans that are living here that are facing that type of anti-immigrant sentiment. He also said he supported it as a public health measure, but he supported it before COVID-19. Look, y'all, there's a reason that when Mitch McConnell asked John McCain to commission a group of senators to work on immigration reform, he said no to allowing John Cornyn to be a part of it. He has consistently voted against broad, bipartisan immigration reform. We need to reform immigration. I do not support Remain in Mexico. I think we need to be treating asylum seekers from our southern border the same way we treat them from every other place around the world, not asking what the color of their skin is, their religion, or whether or not they have access to health care. Our immigration system is a threat to our national security because it is not embracing the values of our country that make us the leaders of the free world. I worked for 3 years on the counter-drug task force, and I know how drugs are coming into our country, and a wall is not going to stop it. It's coming through ports of entry, over air, over water, and it's offensive that he would think I would disrespect the people I worked with.
Thank you, Ms. Hegar.